Welcome back. Today we are going to be reassembling the rear seats. So the factory had jute padding in between the covers and the cushions. This stuff was really nice when I pulled it out, but the stuff under the front seats wasn't so good. So I'm going to reuse this under the front buckets. I have enough for that. I purchased some felt material that's going to act as the cushion in between. It gives the vinyl a little bit better feel. So just like the factory did, they had a strip where the vinyl was, nothing where the quarter was. So we're going to trim some stuff like that. I'm not even going to glue it down. I think it's going to stay there by itself. So it should be good. And we're going to put this back on the springs. All right, we got our felt laid out where we want it. And we're going to put the cover on. The original seat has a little dot that marks the center of the seat. The upholsterer made a line where the center of the seat is too, but they're off a little bit because the main beam that's in the center of the seat is not really in the center of the seat. It's offset by like 1/8 of an inch. And I know because I measured it. So I'm going to line the factory dot up with this bar so we know the cover will be where it needs to be. There was a couple of spots where this bends around the frame where it was a little worn, either from the seat being put down on the ground or from being around the frame. So I just glued in a little piece of vinyl to kind of insulate it and protect it from ripping anymore. So rather than replacing this whole panel on the seat. Got our hog rings and our hog ring pliers, and I'm going to try to stretch this thing back over. Got our center little hole dot lined up, mark, go from there. Ooh, gotta get you around this bend here, and you don't seem like you want to go. Ooh, you're being a pain. Time to cheat a little bit with some zip ties. Collapse the springs with these a little bit to give me some extra room. Come on. Gotta get that little hook through underneath that wire over here. This one I had to bend down when I pulled off the cover. So we're gonna get some pliers after we have it hooked and bend it a little bit. Okay. Looks okay up here. Oh no, it's getting dirty. Okay, let's cut out the zip ties now. We lost our piece of wire in here. Pull it a little bit tighter. And kind of looking at the original marks where it was, you could see where that corner was right before, so we'll put that in the same spot. Now, we gotta get some tension on the wire. Tie it in a knot over here. It slid in a little too far right now. More zip ties to help collapse these springs. Oops. Getting there. That might work. Oh, that actually helps out. 2 more to go. Go back and just check if all of these are in a good spot and if they're sticking up where you could catch it when you finger when you're removing the seat. Give them a little bend down or out of the way with the pair of pliers. Okay. Nice. And no cigarette burn. Awesome. Richie, you did a fantastic job. RP Interiors, Horseheads, New York. Look them up on the internet. Okay, back seat. Same thing, we're going to use that felt material. Have enough to do this. carefully. Now we have a hole there, needs to go right to there. That was for the screw for the backboard. So, and then all the other bracketry. And I forgot an important step was to put our rods back in. Okay, we're kind of set up here right now. I have the old holes to go by, which is kind of helpful. But we have to get all that linkage through and in the hole where it was before. So I got hooked here. Try to get this piece around. I may. Let's flip this. I think it stays together. This has to go up and around completely here. Oop, I bent too much. It's the best way to get these. See if we'll have enough room to get around. Ooh, that's a long way to go. Hole is there. This has to go forward a lot. My hole needs to be like there. I don't want this to break, but I gotta move it a little bit where I need to be. And this will slide back in, And then you got to hook up the spring to the lever. Okay, we got our rod slipped in here, and we got to put tension on the spring with the little latch here. So get that in, the spring. I didn't even have a screw in here. It's like a nail with a little spiral twist. So you have to get the spring turned. That's holding the holes together. Now let's see if we could pull the spring around and then quickly shove this in the hole that way to tension it. I don't think that's going to happen very easily. Let's try something else. How they did this originally, I have no clue. And then pull it around while we still have this lined up over here. Okay. Now we could close this up. Tap down all the little metal hooks. And now we can cut our little zip ties that's holding everything together. There we go. All right, thanks for watching. Next time we'll be doing the front seats.